Hey, this is Movie Edge, and welcome to another A through Z video. This time it is the O's. Don't have that many O's, but we'll get through this fast. First one is a Mill Creek. I have a lot of Mill Creek ones, don't I? For One Good Cop. That's the only reason why I bought this. And then I seen this movie as well. It's damn good. So it's like a double cop feature. They're both playing cops. One Good Cop, if you actually want it, it's on Kino Lorber right now. Go get it. I think The Stranger Among Us is on there too, but I'm not quite sure about that. A classic, beyond classic, from Mike Judge. It is Office Space. This is a favorite of mine. Hell, I never worked in an office, but it's a great movie about jobs. Dark. Robin Williams movie. 1 hour photo. If you haven't seen this one yet, just, check it out. Steven. Sylvester Stallone movie. This is actually a pretty good comedy. It's directed by John Landis of like the Blues Brothers movie. He directed that. He directed I think The Werewolf in London and other movies as well. And it's got a great cast, but it's not listed on the back of this, so I don't remember who's in it. Marissa Tomei's in it. Tim Curry, sorry. Yvonne DiCarlo from The Munsters. Kurtwood Smith from RoboCop and That 70s Show that played the dad. Ken Howard. And Don Amici is in this as well. It's got a great cast. And it's well worth checking out. It's on Kino right now. This was never released to Blu-ray. It was released on DVD at Mill Creek, so you can still find it if you're lucky. There you go. John Landis directed Blues Brothers, Trading Places, American Werewolf in London. There you go. And other films like Coming to America and stuff like that. So this is a great... I highly recommend this I did it again. Sylvester Stallone movie, Oscar. Great comedy. Unfortunately, it's region A-locked. But it might get a European release one day. Who knows? This one got a European release. And it came out there before it came out here. And that's Once Upon a Crime. This was originally distributed by MGM. And this was filmed, I want to say in Italy. I think this was filmed. It's a John Candy movie. Got John Candy, James Belushi, Sybil Shepherd, Sean Young, Richard Lewis, two names that I don't recognize, and George Hamilton. And it's directed by Eugene Levy. That's right, I said it right, Eugene Levy. Him and John Candy were buddies, so that's why you probably put him in this movie. Eugene Levy does have a small part in this movie, and he's working in a hotel somewhere. So yeah, look for him in the movie. But this movie is a great... it's a great murder mystery, I want to say, comedy-wise. And so if you haven't seen it yet, it's a great John Candy movie. But the whole cast, it's like one of those movies where the story evolves around these characters and some other characters. And they all end up in the same place towards the end of the movie. Once Upon a Crime. If you get it here, if you get it in the UK, check it out, people. Another movie that was... it was a wild ride when I first seen this movie, and it got an NC-17 rating. For what, I don't know, just because they weren't famous at the time. That was Matt Stone and Trey Parker in Orgasmo. Matt Stone only, like, I think produced this. Maybe? Matt Stone? No, Matt Stone did not do anything in this movie. He starred in it with him. But, yeah. Trey Parker wrote it and directed it. So, yeah, and there's Matt Stone, Trey Parker right there. You remember him from Basketball. There's two versions of the film. The NC-17 rated version and the not rated version. Which, really, there's nothing different about it at all. One's an hour and 33 minutes. One is an hour and 35 minutes. Not much of a difference. You would think because it's a parody of about a porn movie, there'd be nudity galore in this movie. Nope. Just one flash of something, and that's it. And it's, where's she at? Her. Former porn star right there. I don't even think she does porn anymore. I think she's retired. I don't remember her name. She's, but also another porn star. Ron Jeremy right there. If you haven't seen this movie, it's hilarious. It's about a Mormon who needs money and he gets a job doing porn. So, excellent movie. And, yeah. I had the DVD at one point, but I sold it just to get the Blu-ray. Yeah. There's another movie that I seen on cable and I had to have it, and it just happened to pop up at Dollar Tree. And it is, oh, there you go. Hugh Laurie, Oliver Platt, Allison Jennings, Adam Brody, and some others in this cast. But it is The Oranges. It's where Hugh Laurie is having an affair with the next door neighbor's college-age student. And, yeah, until they find out at the end of the movie. Or do they? Did I ruin it for you? The movie is 90 minutes itself. It's a pretty good comedy. And I like Hugh Laurie's stuff. So, and he doesn't have his accent in this movie. He has the house voice in the movie. So that's pretty awesome. A movie I seen the first time around and I hated it. Still don't have a liking for it, but it is Our Idiot Brother with Paul Rudd, Elizabeth Banks, Zooey Deschanel, and Emily Martimer? I don't know. And Steve Coogan's actually in this movie as well. Not a big part, probably. Rashida Jones, Shirley Knight, T.J. Miller, Adam Scott. It's loaded with cameos. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I didn't find it that funny. But I watched it twice. Still the same thing. I didn't find it that funny. It's Our Idiot Brother, but Paul Rudd is really not playing that much of an idiot. So, I don't know. I love Paul Rudd, though. He's a good actor. And a comedian. This one, Dollar Tree pickup, didn't see it. Out of the Furnace, great cast. Christian Bale, Woody Harrelson, Casey Affleck, Forrest Whitaker, William Dafoe, Zoe Saldana, and Sam Shepard. Great freaking cast. Just got to get to watching it. Another movie that is it's a comedy classic now. It came out in I want to say it came out in 2003. I wouldn't call it a classic then, but it's the unrated version of Old School. Will Ferrell, one of his earlier roles with Luke Wilson and Vince Vaughn. Really great movie, very funny. This actual guy right there that played Blue actually in real life died. Not in this movie, no. He did some other stuff after that, but he actually passed away. That's sad. So, yeah. A lot of special features on this. So, if you're into these raunchy movies, check it out. Simon Helberg is actually in this movie as well. Small role, but he's actually in it as one of the students. It's not listed on the back of it because it wasn't famous at the time. Another one of my wife's picks, which she never watched, but I found it at the Dollar Tree. The Other Woman. And it's, what year did this come out? 2014. This came out. It's one of Cameron Diaz's like ending movie roles, next to Sex Tape and stuff like that. I still don't know if she's retired or not, but she could just be taking a break. It has Cameron Diaz, Leslie Mann, Kate Upton, and the rest. Don Johnson's in it. I think this would have worked better if it was probably an R-rated movie. Didn't really do much at the box office at the time. It's a 20th Century Fox film. It's only 109 minutes. But, yeah, still got to check it out. I mean, my wife picked it, so I don't want to watch it by myself. Another movie, which I probably am not going to pronounce this right. Andine, I guess. Andine. I don't know. It looked interesting. It was Magnolia title. Dollar. Colin Farrell is in it. Looked pretty good. And can't go wrong with Magnolia titles. Very good stuff. This one I got, I don't know, 6 months ago at Big Lots. And it is kind of a messed up, dark movie. And yeah, it's Orphan. If you've seen this movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I don't want to give it away, but if you have it and you haven't watched it yet, it's kind of messed up in spots. And yeah, I only paid $3 for this, so it's well worth it. There is alternative ending, which I did not see when I watched the original, so I'm gonna have to check that out soon. This one's another Blu-ray from the Dollar Tree, and it looked damn good. My wife said, yeah, let's check it out. And it's October Baby. And it's got Rachel Hardix on it. Harrix. Don't know how to pronounce that. Jason Buckley. Jasmine Guy. And John Schneider. So, there you go. 20th Century Fox. Another Danny Kaye movie. Don't have many of his movies, but what I do have, they're great. And this is On the Double. Really good. This is a Nazi type World War II movie, and he's a double for a Nazi officer, because it looks just like him. And yeah, it's from 1961, 92 minutes. It's really well to check it out. Yeah, good comedy. If you hear any barking in the background, it's Ripley. He's sleep barking. So that's what you're hearing. Ripley's my dog, in case you're a new listener. It's not my brother or somebody else. It's my dog. He's over there behind the camera, sleep barking. Here is a great, and I mean a really great, Danny Kaye movie, On the Riviera. And this is a great musical. And I think this came out in 1951. So this is before widescreen. But it is beautiful Technicolor. And yeah. The other actresses and actors in this movie I don't recognize at all. But it is a great, great comedy. Again, playing dual roles in this movie. And, yeah. He's doing an imitation of somebody that he looks just like, the mustache. Because on here, in the back, he doesn't have the mustache, so he's, playing a double, again, duplicated. So, it's well worth checking out. Hopefully you could still find it on 20th Century Fox Classics, because Disney owns Classics, or Disney owns 20th Century Fox now, so who knows what Disney's going to do with all their 20th Century Fox movies. Are they going to re-release them? Are they going to have some other company re-release them? Who knows? This movie I got basically Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, it's a Jake Gyllenhaal movie. And I think this was his first movie, I think. Around his first movie. Laura Dern. Yeah, Laura Dern's in it too. It's based on a true story. October Sky. And this is one of those movies that was at Walmart as an exclusive at one point. It's dirt cheap. So, that's why I got it. Orange. But, yeah, I haven't checked it out yet. So, gotta do that. Bob Hope movie here from Olive Films, and Paramount Picture put this out. It is in 1953. It's Off Limits. But it's really not called Off Limits. I think at the last minute they called it Off Limits when it originally came out in 53. Because if you watch the movie itself, it's called something else. It's called Military Policeman or something like that. You'll see it in the title screen. They didn't even have the enthusiastic thing to change it into the title screen of the movie. They just, we'll just change the name. It didn't sound good the way it was, so we'll change it to Off Limits. And this is the only movie that that Bob Hope worked with Mickey Rooney. Marilyn Maxwell is also in this. Great actress. And yeah, it's about boxing and them being in the was it Navy? Was it in the Navy, or was it I don't remember if this was the Navy or the Army. Navy. It was a Navy. So it's well worth checking out if you're a big Bob Hope fan or Mickey Rooney fan. This movie I never heard of until I found it one day years ago at Big Lots, and it is The Order with Heath Ledger. And I thought it was the Rob Van Dam movie. Not Rob Van Dam. Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm thinking of wrestlers now. The Order with him in it, but it wasn't. I looked at it closely. I'm like, that's a Heath Ledger movie? And it was around the time he died. And I'm like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna check it out. And I have not yet. So, a lot of movies, a lot of movies I have not checked out, but yeah. This movie was hilarious. There was scenes that made me just freaking cry in this movie. That's how funny it was, and it is The Other Guys. A lot of people shitted on this movie. I loved it. It's from Colombia, and it is Gary Sanchez production, which it's a Will Ferrell, Adam McKay collab production company. It's all region. There's a rated version, PG-13, and the unrated version. And the unrated version is very good. And then you got Michael Keaton, which was hilarious in this movie. He stole scenes from them, man. He was that funny. He worked as a cop, but or as the was it sergeant or captain? I don't remember. And he didn't make that much money as a police officer. So at his night job, he worked as a Bed Bath & Beyond manager. And it was hilarious the way he ran that store. There's a lot of special features on here if you haven't seen it yet. Yes, there is a small. The beginning of the movie, Samuel L. Jackson and Dwayne Johnson are in this movie, but they don't last very long in the movie. And it's directed by Adam McKay. I like his stuff, Adam McKay. Oculus, I've seen this one too many times, and it is not that great of a movie. It's directed by WWE Films, and someone on the I think someone on YouTube said it the best. There's nothing about the WWE about this movie except for this mirror. This mirror was used in countless segments with The Undertaker or Kane or someone like that. That's what this is. That's what makes it a WWE film. The mirror. So it's just kind of, it's not really scary to me. It's kind of like butterfly effect type of movie, but not as good. So, yeah, if you want to see it, pick it up, watch it. It's worth one-time watch. I got that for dirt cheap. I don't even remember where I got that from. This movie I got at a closing Second and Charles again. I got a lot of stuff from them, and I'm really sad that they're gone. Katherine Heigl, One for the Money. And the reason why I got this movie, I like Katherine Heigl's stuff, her comedies and stuff, but the reason why I got it was for Debbie Reynolds is in it. And I don't know if this was one of her last movies. It came out in in 2011. So it was probably not one of her last movies. But I found this movie online. I was going to order it offline. I'm like, nah, I'll wait. And it just happened to be around the time that she died before Carrie Fisher. So Carrie Fisher died and Debbie Reynolds died. So I started buying a whole bunch of Carrie Fisher movies and Debbie Reynolds movies. So I'm still looking for more Debbie Reynolds movies. Who else is in this? Sherry Shepherd. John Leguizamo's in this movie. Who else? Not really any recognizable names. It's a PG-13 movie. It's 91 minutes. It's distributed by Lionsgate. So there you go. I don't even know if this was at the movies. If anyone knows, down below. I got 4 left here, people. They're all slip-covered ones. A movie that I seen that I actually liked. It was a dark comedy, but it's actually really good with Seth Rogen and Anna Faris, Michael Pena, Ray Liotta, and actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, executive produced. Yes, filmed by Seth Rogen, so he actually produced this as well. Yeah, it's a great comedy, dark, about a mall cop, and he's been doing like a lot of raunchy things there and a lot of wrong things, and yeah, great film. It's violent. There's graphic nudity in it. And yeah, so if you're a big Seth Rogen fan, I highly recommend you check this out. These twins are hilarious in the movie. Just check it out for that alone. So if you like a dirty version of Mall Cop, Observe and Report, baby. There you go. Next, a movie I got from the Dollar Tree, but I don't think I checked it out yet. Was on cable, but half the cast kind of intrigued me. Andy Garcia, Juliette Lewis, Open Road. So, and it came with a slip, so it kind of intrigued me. It's only $1, and I sold the copy, the digital code, so I got my $1 back for that. That was pretty cool. Do that one last. This one was I was pleasantly surprised with this movie. This was a made for a Blu-ray movie. DVD also. It's Once Upon a Time in Venice. A good cast. Bruce Willis, John Goodman, Jason Momoa, Thomas Middleditch. You'll know him if you see him. He's off of those stupid Verizon commercials. And last name, I don't know who that is. But it's about this... he's a private eye, and he doesn't work for the police department. He's solo. And someone kidnapped his dog, and he wants it back. And that's the entire story, almost. Never miss with a man's dog. It's kind of like John Wick. Never miss with a man's dog. But the cast is great. Ah, yes, Cal Penn is in this movie as well. Small part. So all I see, actually, that I know. It is 94 minutes. There's no rating on this. It's region A locked, but it is in UK, I think. It's also in Canada. Different cover art. And it's not rated, but it is a total rated R movie. So I don't know why they just didn't put the R rating on this. John Goodman's hilarious in this movie. I highly recommend you check this out at least once. Let it be a rental, let it be streaming, something. It's a funny movie. Finally, in the O's. This is a movie I've seen many, many times, but I never owned it on DVD or Blu-ray or VHS, for that matter, back in the day. It is Blu-ray of Overboard, and the remake of this, I heard it was really bad with Anna Faris, so I'm not even going to touch that. But this one is a classic, and you know, you got Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, which I think they were going out at the time. I'm not sure. And she loses her memory, and he tries to convince her that he's his wife, or like she is his wife. Yeah, it's funny, and highly recommend to check this out. And I got the slipcover. I don't know if it's still available. It's one of those retro slipcovers, but I mean, you gotta laugh about what they put on the back of this, if you can read that right there. It says, does not contain VHS cassette tape. Really? No shit. If this was a VHS tape, it would be really skinny, or it got smashed by a car or an elephant. So, Overboard. That is finished with the O's. O's, I'm done with the O's. And next is going to be the P's. And that is going to be a long video, because I have a lot of rows of the P's. Just like 1, 2, 3. I got 4 rows of P's. And that's all. I did all, like, I think I did like 4 or 5 videos in a row, all in the same day. So I got to get to editing these. And remember to check out the A through Z videos. Saturdays and Sundays, always brand new. And after the A through Z's are done, then I'll have other collection videos, such as my Steven Spielberg collection, my Alfred Hitchcock collection, Three Stooges collection, Disney, Digibook collection, so on and so forth. So that's what you got to look forward to. This is Movie Edge, signing off. Catch you next time, people. I'm exhausted.